Hello there and welcome to your personal training qualifications QCF Learner Achievement Portfolio for personal trainer qualification. So this is the level 3 qualification. You will have either done the level 2 with us at an earlier stage excuse me, or you will already be qualified and will be doing this as a top-up qualification. The first thing you need to do once you've downloaded all the information that's been sent to you via email is to print your Learner Achievement Portfolio for the Level 3 Personal Trainer qualification. So this will either be on the attachment or it's at the front of your manual if you have a hard copy manual. The first thing we need to do in this is to turn to page number 6. Page number 6 is Learner Guidance, and it goes through several pages of things that you need to read. So you need to really absorb all of this. This tells you about the way the course operates, some of the stuff that you need to do, and it sort of gives you a little feeling for what's going to happen over the course of the next several weeks. So read through your Learner Guidance. We then have this Unit 2, Applying the Principles of Nutrition and Physical Activity, and Unit 3, Programming Personal Training with Clients. So this really is a little bit like you will have done in level 2 at some stage, where you have a client and you're going to plan a specific program for them. In level 3 we do an 8-week progressive and predictive program, so it's a much bigger deal than the one in level 2. Again, this is going to ask you for a client's name, and it's going to ask you for some information regarding what they will want to do and their goal setting. So you will need to take 2 physical measurements, and you also need to get some more information from them as detailed on pages 8 and 9. On page 10 we have the PAR-Q form, physical activity readiness questionnaire. Your client needs to complete this, and also just the informed use of the PAR-Q document, which is here on page 11. Fairly straightforward, and we've got the usual health commitment statement on pages 12 and 13 with the informed consent document too. We then look at page number 14, which is Programming Personal Training with Clients again, and this is for you to ask them some questions about what they want to do, and also for you to gauge where they are in terms of getting ready to exercise. So you'll need to use the stage of change plan, look at where they are on that, and then you're going to have some goal setting. Now, goal setting in level 3 has to be SMART. So your SMART goals, as you can see here on page 5, we have a list of SMART goals for nutrition and personal fitness. So they have to be SMART. So SMART then means S for specific. So you have to have a specific thing that they wish to be. It would be no good saying I want to lose weight. You would have to say how much weight they want to lose, and for that you would have to have a starting point. The M in SMART stands for measurable. So measurable just means that you can measure it. So obviously if you're going to weigh them, then you can measure their weight. It's fairly straightforward. A is achievable, so it has to be an achievable goal. If someone wants to do something that you consider not to be achievable, then you need to reconsider their goals. The next one is realistic. So realistic you may think is the same as achievable, but what is achievable could be realistic for one person and not for another. So if you know the person and you think that although it's achievable it may not be realistic for them, then again you need to think about reconsidering the goal. And finally, the T is for time bound, so we have to have a time on it. So for instance, I would like to lose 5 kilograms in weight over a 3-month period would be SMART. It's specific because it's 5 kilograms, it's measurable because I can measure it on scales, it's achievable because I consider it to be, I know it's realistic, and it's also over a certain amount of time. So that is your SMART goal. We then need you to just do a little summary of a healthy eating advisory info that you will give to your client based on a food diary that they will have already done. So on page 14 at the top, you'll see briefly summarise your client's attitude and motivation towards exercise, but you also need to think about their attitude towards food. So a good idea would be to get them to do a 4-day food diary, for instance, include weekend days because that's when people usually are at their worst, and then at the end of those 4 days have a little look at it, see what the macronutrient balance is in it, see what you consider to be good eating and poor eating, and then you can give them some general advice. So that's sort of what we're looking for at the bottom of page 15. When you've completed that, we then come on to doing the programming, which is a completely separate element. So when you've done that and you've looked at your e-learning, so you need to do the anatomy and physiology and the nutritional guidance on e-learning. You may well have done your theory papers at this point, but if not, ask for some mock papers. Let's see how you get on in them, and then we'll take it forward from there. Hope you enjoy this part of the course, and I'll speak to you soon.